Mr. Kendall.
Okay, I'm Roland, so just introduce yourself.
Okay. My name's Potts. I've lived in this building for 20 years. Since Mr. Kendall has taken over this building, we've overrun with cockroaches, we have bed bugs, lack of security, people kicking in doors, washrooms that stink, mops that are not washed for 2 years. I haven't seen a mop washed in the place. There is no broom for any floor. There is no dustbin. Well, there is a dustbin on the second floor, but I don't know if that's from the hotel or not. The pigeons in the window well, Mr. Kendall refuses to go up onto the roof to even see how they're getting into the window well, let alone doing anything about the crap at the bottom of the window well. What else here? Nothing in the kitchen's being done. I know for a fact that the fan is leaking water, which is kind of dangerous because it has electrical wiring in it, and there's a hole in it somewhere that when it rains the proper way, water comes out the electrical fan for the stove. Now, I have brought this to his attention, and all he's done is looked at me and told me not to interfere in his business. Well, that's not his business there. That's the business of everybody in the building, because one day somebody's going to touch that thing and they're going to drop dead from their electrical shock. He says that I'm annoying him, but I don't think how I could be annoying him when it's like, please. After 2 years of seeing stained fingerprints on the wall of somebody else's crap, he finally washed them off one day. He didn't do it, Randall did it.
Which is his assistant manager, right?
Who is the assistant manager.
Yeah.
But we have blood on the walls again. We have people coming in at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning and using the washrooms to fix in. We've never had that before. Now there's 2 security cameras, one at the very bottom and one in the office window. But Mr. Kendall has a hearing problem in his left ear, and at night time he sleeps on his right side, so that he can't hear anything. And this is true.
Now, what was the basis of the first eviction notice that you got about a year ago?
The basis of that was I got an eviction notice a year ago saying that I was interfering in hotel business by telling his boss that he wasn't doing his job. Like, garbage cans are dirty. That's another thing. I have never seen a garbage can taken out in the alley and washed in the last 2 years. Garbage cans do smell after a while. They should be washed out.
And they attract cockroaches when they do smell. Yeah.
The washrooms, like I say, the old manager used to bring a roto-rooter over once a year. We had the toilet plugged. Mr. Kendall brought the roto-rooter over. A couple of people asked to have the roto-rooter down their sink, and he didn't have time. And took the roto-rooter back to United Rooms so that nobody else could do it. Well, he doesn't want anybody using it anyway if you don't know how to use it. But he doesn't know how to use it anyway. He left the second floor bathtub plugged for 3 days because he couldn't figure out how to plunger it. I had to go down, and it was just a simple matter of removing one pipe and blocking the air from going through. Right? I had it fixed in less than 5 minutes. It was workable. People could use the bathtub instead of leaving it for a week. Oh, we're going to have a plumber come over tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes for Mr. Kendall.
Doesn't he normally ask someone else to do maintenance around the building for him?
I don't really agree with him.
But he doesn't really do it himself.
He doesn't do anything. I have never seen him mop the floor, I've never seen him take a rag into the kitchen and wipe down the stove. He doesn't think about wiping down the stove, by the way, or cleaning the washer or dryer. You know, somebody else in the building takes care of that because he's right across from the kitchen and the smell kills him. You know. Yeah, that's my major concern is that stove has to be looked at, and the cockroaches coming down from the crawl space up on the roof, and the pigeons. You know, like, as far as I know, pigeons carry diseases, and they shouldn't be in the same building, like, you know, in the same proximity of sleeping when you're sleeping.
Yeah. Well, it's right next. That well is right next to the bathing area, right?
Yeah,
like shower,
right beside the shower and
bathtubs.
the bathtub. So you know, plus Mr. Kendall.
And toilets as well.
Yeah, and toilets. Plus Mr. Kendall. In 2 years, I've never seen clean sheets or blankets. He tells people to go.
Which was a service before that we had in the
yes,
building, so
it was a service that we every week, twice a week. The office has 3 rooms to it, and the back room's full of sheets and blankets. He doesn't care about it. We got rooms that no curtains. We have guys that are sleeping on top of mattresses because their sheets are dirty and they don't have the money to wash them. We have one gentleman sleeping on his floor because he got sick and tired of the bed bugs on his mattress, so he threw it out, and still no mattress or box spring. Right, you know. So I really don't know now.
So anytime anyone brings up any of these concerns, he normally either asks them to leave or he serves them up an eviction notice.
Yeah,
That's pretty
yeah. What are you? That's what. Are you looking for an eviction notice?
Yeah.
Because I can get people in here that won't complain. Is how he's going about it. You know. I don't mind, like, if a person's into using the needles, well, that's his duty, but not to leave them in the washroom beside the toilets. A guy staggers in at night time and goes to use the washroom and steps on a rig. That's, you know.
Yeah.
When Mr. Kendall first started, I thought he was a good friend. I've known him for quite a few years. I gave him a tool belt. Mind you, it was secondhand tools, but a tool belt. Ball-peen hammer, pliers, vice grips, everything like that. And 5 minutes after I gave it to him, he came back up, looked at me, and called me an asshole, and gave the toolkit away because he didn't want to do any work. I'm looking at him going, well, you at least need a screwdriver to tighten the screw. But you know, hell, man.
But you guys have known each other for about 20 years.
Yeah, I've known Randy for about 20 years. I knew him when he worked the union down at Gastown Manifested. And he didn't, well, I don't know how he did down there. I hear things, but that's hearsay. I can't say what I hear.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely.